characteristics.
Yeah,
Do you have
yeah,
any
well-
memories that really stand out that seem to be, you know, kind of your dad in a nutshell?
Well, he and my mother both were very reticent.
They were.
They didn't talk about their problems. I didn't know they had any trouble during the Depression. They did. Dad was working all the time and for the phone company, but from time to time the phone company would pay the employees with phone company stock, which they don't take stock at the ARP or the mortgage at the bank. But they kept all that away from me. I was kind of insulated, and I've regretted it since. There's a great deal I don't know about them. Why did Mom and Dad go off to Toledo to get married at
Right.
Presbyterian Church,
Yeah.
taking my mother's brother and sister with them as witnesses?
Right.
Why did they do that?
Right.
I knew they did because while I was growing up, every year we would get a nice anniversary card from the church.
Wow.
But I didn't ask and they didn't tell me.
When you were talking about our dad after he went into the army, etc., did you ever get letters from him? Was he able to write much, or?
No, I don't remember that. The last thing I remember of him, he had a big jar of pennies he gave me before he left, and I don't remember anything. He came back, he got married. My father disowned him, did not speak to him after that
Yeah.
because he had become Catholic.
Right.
And you were aware of that at the time?
Vaguely aware that we didn't have anything to do with Phil.
And you probably knew you didn't go to Phil's wedding, right? 'Cause I
Oh
know-
heavens, no. Oh no. I don't. Did they have a big wedding?
One at St. Paul's Church, and then they had a breakfast at the Owasso Hotel.
Yeah. Well, none of that's.
Some of the Rice cousins came, right? Like Virginia.
No, they
maybe
never
Don.
told me anything about Phil being my half brother. Never. I wasn't told that till I was in college.
Oh my goodness.
But I have big ears, and I heard this here, that there, something. I knew that. You know, Mom wasn't Phil's mom. I'd constructed it myself. Why they didn't tell me, there's nothing shameful about it. She died of TB, which was endemic back then. There was
Yes. Yes.
nothing wrong with that. For crap, I had TB myself and didn't know it. My skin test turned. I figure I picked it up in a nursing home, probably inner city Detroit. And there's a consultant.
Well, I was going to ask you if your dad ever spoke about his first wife, but I guess the answer is no.
Well, zero, nothing, nothing at all. It's never meant. My mother sort of said, "Well, as you know, Phil is just your half brother." I was in college. I said, "Yeah."
You
no, they
nodded
never.
knowingly. Yeah.
As I say, they were very close. Kept me insulated from the world too much. Maybe that's why I have such a thin skin.
That could be.
Might be. But you used to take trips to New York with your mom,
Well, no, Uncle Ralph.
Uncle Ralph.
We did see him. He came to Flint a couple of times, along with Jenny, his wife, and he had us come down there by bus to Tampa, Florida for several days, a few days. We went down to Ashland, North Carolina and the Smoky Mountains. Went to Brooklyn to visit them. And I went out there for his memorial service, flew out there. I was in college at the time. But and I remember when they came up once, we drove down somewhere. I didn't understand at the time, but it must have been down in Oakland County somewhere, kind of a woodsy area. There was one of the family that lived there, close enough it'd be worth.
I was just going to ask you because your dad had two sisters that lived down by Detroit, right? Alice and Elizabeth.
Well, quick, check. Get my